have a head. But what you learn from fear of them. Zungo, zungo, go, zungo, say. What is it? Zungo, zungo, go, zungo, say. Jump in it, it's a jumping child. You know if you take care of man, be wild.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right. We're gonna start this up and start it on time. I'm not waiting for people to come, but all the people that have extra vendors or extra help at their chairs, please come into the auditorium. Come as close as you possibly can. There's enough of us in here to set it off. And I just want to know that we're online, we're live streaming briefly. Just want to let everybody know we're going to do a libation for the ancestors and showing respect to the ancestors. So those out there in the hallway that want to be a part of the libation to the ancestors, please come inside the auditorium and let's show this love. Don't worry, your stuff will not be taken. Just go ahead and cover it up and just come on in. Everybody that's out there, come on in. All right, those people that are vending, if you have an X, can you come on in and just let's enjoy the libation from our sisters. So come on in. Want to thank, of course, DJ Hassan. DJ Hassan, going to thank Brother Ramello, of course, for providing the tech. Want to thank St. Francis. So come on in. We're going to do a libation with our priestess, the one, the only Yendys Nefer Atum. And of course, she's a student of Baba Heru, student of Dr. Africa, student of Queen of Four. So she's a student of everybody. So we're going to make sure. So come on in. Let's come on in. All those that are out there, you talked to them. You said something to them, right? That's what you said. You told everyone. Thank you very much. They can't cover them table because we have security watching over the spheres and we have cameras everywhere. Now, I want to apologize to a lot of the vendors out there that can't set up in certain parts of the walls and all that. The only reason is because last week they didn't care. But now I guess something had happened with one of the pictures, and now they have to have the vendors away from the pictures, and we have to set up it strategically on, other side. It's just what it is. And then I had to pay some extra money and all kinds, but it's just to keep that space going. But no matter how many people, like the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that, the Master Prophet Muhammad said he would climb Mount Everest to teach one person. So no matter how many people is here, we got to teach, we got to educate, we got to show love. And this is not really about me per se. This 24th is not about me. Remember, it's promotion and production. So it was always about interacting with people. I did promotion for these amount of years by interacting with people and producing for people like yourself to watch the artists that I brought in or watch the speakers. Last year, this place was filled up because we had all the elders in here. We had Baba James Smalls, we had Baba Renoko Rashidi, and we had Baba Jeffries. But I have the young rising stars. This is what I call these young rising stars. And that's why I tell you got to look at the young rising stars, because they're the same ones that's going to be up there shining the light and having a whole host of people coming out to see them later on. So I always support the young rising stars that are doing their work and constantly doing the work. So those vendors out there, if you have a partner that's vending with you, or you have somebody that can watch your table, please come on in, sit down, come on in and enjoy, and come and meet and get the libation and get the spiritual libation in. You can come on in, it's all right. Nobody gonna take nothing from y'all. We all family in here. As long as nobody open up them doors and let the criminals in, that's good. We good. And there ain't no criminals downtown like that. They got the rich criminals. They the ones that handling the judge, the courtrooms. They ain't doing this, taking no tables. They ain't doing that. We got them people in here, so down this area. So we're gonna have a libation with our beautiful Empress and Priestess, the one, the only, Yendys. Are you ready, Yendys? Got a few, and she's ready. So let's give Yendys a very well round of applause. Well-deserved round of applause. Thank you, Empress.
Thank you. We're one day short of November 11th, which was, I stood right here last year, November 11th, to do the libation. So there's a lot of us in here today. So can we get a little closer? Greetings. Can we all do me a favor? This is practicing. We're practicing something. So I would love for you all to get a little closer, because I'm going to speak really soft in a little bit. And I need you to be able to hear me. I'm not going to yell. No. That's King Simon. So I need you to get closer.
As close as you can. This ain't no comedy show. Come on.
We get ready to go in. But the closer the better. We're not alone. Know that to be true. We are not alone. So come on down, fill in the seats. I want to feel your energy. They want to feel your energy. Come on closer. This way I don't have to project too far. I'm going to do a spiritual ritual, show you. This is something that I've been doing for many, many, many years. If you don't invest, you can't expect a withdrawal. You can't expect, I mean, you can expect a withdrawal, but you can't expect for them to be anything there to get. So you have to invest. Okay. I'll ask the eldest person in the room for permission to speak. Who's that? May I have permission to speak?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Ashe, Ashe. Ashe is, and so it is, putting power to it. Libation is something that we do. It's a ritual. It's an ancient African ritual that we perform to honor our ancestors. We receive so much. So it's a way of acknowledging. It's a way of giving back. It's a way of giving offerings to our ancestors for what we receive. And this, we receive so much every day. We have to thank them for what they did yesterday, for what they are doing today. The fact that we woke up, we got the gift. We woke up this morning. For what they will do tomorrow and next week. I know many of you, like say 5 years ago, even this time last year, you were going through something. And you probably thought that you weren't gonna make it through. And here you are a year later, 364, because I was here 11/11 last year. And I showed you, I performed the libation again, and I showed you and I taught you. How many people created an altar that were here last year? You created an altar, you were inspired. How many people actually poured libation since last year? Okay, Ashe, Ashe. So, I allow the physical head to move so that spirit can sit. And I'm that vessel that spirit speaks through. So as it comes through, know that it is for you. All of you that chose to be here today, it's for you. I'm gonna ask you to stand. They said stand this time. Let's stand. We're gonna participate. Let the energy flow. This is a practice. This is something that we do. I do it in the mornings, and sometimes it makes me just a little bit behind schedule, but my time and ancestral time is different time, and I need to do what I need to do so that they can help me move through the rest of the day. So I can't say, well, I'm gonna put that on the side till tomorrow or come back and do it later, because it ensures that I receive what they want from me. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. How often are we living spiritually? Are we living that spirit, or are we living just the physical? We're just doing. Are we allowing spirit to take part in our lives? Are we allowing spirit to live in our lives, to have the experience? Or are we controlling it? Are we worried that things aren't gonna happen? They said, he helps those that help themselves. She helps those that, we get the help that we need. You just have to invest, okay? He, she, mother, father, I believe in the duality. Libation can be poured into the ground, which is the natural, the origin, pour it back into the earth, the water connecting with the earth. Or it can be poured into a small plant. It's an offering. It doesn't always have to be water, but water is good. We came from water, so we give water back as an offering. Also, you will notice on my altar, I have fruit. I feed the ancestors. I have altars all over my home, bathrooms, kitchens, bedrooms, living rooms, hallway, wherever there is a space. I share my space with my ancestors. It's not, I also share my money with my ancestors. It takes about $7 to buy some fruit, a candle, a bottle of water, and have a piece of cloth. It could be a towel that you lay on a table to say that this is a station, this is a charging station. We have charging stations, we have portable batteries for our cell phones that we recharge. Where do we plug in? Where do we plug in when our battery runs down, when we're just moving on 5%? And you know what it's like when you're moving on 5%. That's not good. You're not uploading, you're not downloading, it's just not working. So we need to create a charging station. And for me, that's what my altars are. They're places for me to plug in when I come in from outside and things try to drain me. People, places, and things try to take that energy from me. And sometimes we give it up, but you have to give yourself, be mindful, be intentional of giving yourself 200%. Gone are the days of 100%. Because then you try to give it what you're doing 100% and do the math. 100 from 100, what do you have left? So being intentional about 200% now. Yeah. Mind, body, and spirit. And venerating, having an altar, venerating your ancestors, letting them know that you respect them, that you honor them, that you acknowledge them, and that you know that they are around helping you to move and open doors for you. That is a way of also recharging yourself, feeding yourself, your charging station. So we call on our ancestors, speak their names. Some of us have very, very recent ancestors, and we have ancestors that we don't know their names. We never knew their names. But because that's your bloodline, they love you, they care for you, and they're still opening doors for you. So we say, for those ancestors whose names that we know and whose names we don't know, we recognize you, we acknowledge you, and we offer you this water that has our energy, that has our frequency, that has our love. We place it to the first eye, place it to the heart chakra, place it to our womb. It's we're giving. We're giving to our ancestors because they give to us. And I'm asking you to call out the names of your loved ones, and at the end we'll say Ashe. Ashe is so it is. It's giving power to what we're saying. And I'll also pray. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for myself. And if the return on doing this, the return rate, it's so fast. If you're dedicated, if you're dedicated to doing this, the dividends that you receive is amazing. I'm living proof of that. I'll tell you, some of you, you'll know, we'll talk about it later, you know. Give offerings to your ancestors. I can't stress how important it is. Moving forward in 2020, it's about to be trouble. It's about to be a problem. I said it wrong. It's about to be a problem in 2020. So we planted seeds, and those seeds are about to just flourish for us. Have your basket, your wheelbarrow, whatever you're gonna hold these blessings in, your box, your treasure chest, whatever you're planning to catch these blessings in, have them ready. Be ready. If you're asking for something, you're praying for something, you're projecting, you're building with your mind and your words, be ready, because it's coming. It's on its way. So I'm gonna call out my parents. My parents are both my newest ancestors, Vernetta Clark, Walter Clark, Ashe. Ashe. You call out your ancestors and I'll pour. Ashe. 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 My grandmother, Rita Clark. My grandfather, Fitzgerald Clark. Stepmother, Addie McDaniel. Ashe. So we poured for the ones whose shoulders stand on. Now we also can pour for our contemporaries. We have some powerful contemporaries among us. We pour that their strength, their courage be uplifted, that they're open, that they're cleansed, that they're clear. We hold space for all of our contemporaries, all of you doing the work. We pour for myself. We pour for all of you in the audience, serving our community. To that, I say Ashe. Ashe, 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 Ashe. And we pour for the unborn, the returning ancestors, the ones that are coming. Let's pour for them. Ashe. And then I'd like to ask, will libation be poured and our names be called? Are we doing the work? Will we be those ancestors that will be venerated, that will be remembered? We need to be teaching someone how to do libation in our family so that they'll know what to do, so that they can call on us, so that they can keep the light for us. Ashe. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you having me. I appreciate you all coming. Pouring libation also helps to ensure your abundance, your prosperity, your health, and your well-being. So let us commit to pouring libation often, if not every day. Ashe.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Give her a round of applause, of course. Give her a round of applause. It's all good. It's all good. People running right back out, huh? Y'all ain't ready. Look at y'all. Terrible. But that's what we wanted to do, make sure we venerate the ancestors as much as we can in the name of all of our ancestors. That's what we have to do in this day and time. Show enough respect. I just want to remind everybody that those that are on the live stream, that I will be in Philadelphia this coming Thursday, actually, I will be speaking at the place called Temple University for the first time in a classroom setting. So this is going to be it's going to be very fun. It's going to be very exciting for me. Yes, my first time speaking at Temple University, and it's just going to show you where I'm leading to after this, because after this year, my 25th year, next year will not be the same as the lecture series anymore. So that I'm going to change it up a lot, and I'm going to let the young promoters take over and do their lectures, because sometimes you got to hand over the gauntlet and keep on growing. And if you're not willing to grow, then what you doing? If you're not willing to grow, what you're doing. So people that are online, is people that's online watching me now, remember, it's so important that when you see young folks, when you see young people, and as a matter of fact, I have a young entrepreneur that I'm going to have speak in a few minutes. And those same vendors that was out there, they should have stayed their backside in here, because your stuff ain't going nowhere. So y'all, y'all should have stayed right here, because this young man that I am honored to have come here, and we spoke yesterday at the place called at the Alhambra Ballroom. This young man that I have coming up, he's a special guest to me. And him and his mother has been very dear to my heart over the years, especially his mother. His mother and I go back to the club life. Her name is Hot Coco back in the day, the designer. She designed clothes for The Best Man, the movie. She designed clothes for all these major magazines in the underground world that we were in at those times, as far as the nightclub scene, from the Q Club, from the Temptations, from all the clubs we ran, Legend, and all these different places, and all these the Shelter, and all these different places. I tell people that I've been in it from the outhouse to the penthouse. Yeah, been in this business for a long time. 24 years is a long time, but like the owner of SOB said to me years ago, and this was in the 90s, and he said, he's a Jewish fellow, and he said, if I have to go out there and give out flyers like he used to do when he started, he should not be in this business after, and he was talking about after he did 25 years. So going into 25 years, I won't be promoting the same way I used to promote, because it's been stressful. It's been painful. And I used to do disaster preparedness, and I'm still a disaster preparedness expert or instructor. And I remember one time, because our people are so reactionary and not proactive, only 2 people showed up for a class. But when the disasters hit, that's when everybody want to show up for a class. And I always tell people that New York is a star-struck place. They come out for the stars, but they don't come out for the rising stars. You know, and all these people that I'm bringing on are rising stars in their own right. So no matter how many people comes out, I'm going to bring them on and keep it moving. Places paid for. They even charged me more money because of what happened last week. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I just keep on moving. Just keep on moving. I've taken the hits for 24 years. And me and Kafun, Larry didn't pay us that much. Jewish guy, he's saving his money, but he didn't pay us that much. But we can never run away from the lessons that we learned, because everything was a lesson and a blessing. So this is not a tear for being upset. It's a tear for joy, because I know I'm moving on to another level. And in your moving to another level, there's always going to be turbulence. And I'm feeling it. I'm in my crossroads of my life. I'm studying my numbers, so I know I'm in the crossroads of my life. I'm in that 6th year. I've been losing family members that were dear to me, and that's just what it was in this year. But I see the light ahead. Like Martin Luther King, he's seen the mountaintop. He's been to the mountaintop. And going to Temple University is an opening of a vortex for me, because 10 years ago, myself and Dr. Sabi was in a venue on November the 14th, which is going to fall on a Thursday this time. Last time, that day, it fell on a Saturday. Rainy day. People still packed out to see Dr. Sabi. So that was the propelling of me back into the consciousness, because I was already in it from working with Dr. York and the Nation of Islam, and working with those type of people before in the 80s. But when I did Dr. Sabi, that took me to a whole nother level, where people like Blue Pill and Red Pill, they launched their business that day. Abundance Child was with me at that time, and a lot of people, I think Kafuni, I think you vended that time. I think that was Polite first lecture in the major scene right up in front of Dr. Sabi. And Dr. Sabi was so funny. Him and Dr. Sabi had a conversation in the bathroom while they was taking a leave. He's like, you should continue doing your work. You should continue to speak, brother. You're good at it. So Dr. Sabi encouraged him even more to continue. So we love that, Baba. May he rest in eternal light and power. And no matter how many people is in here, we're going to keep it moving. That's why, sometimes, I'd rather do venues where the vendors are all inside, because it just adds more depth and it adds more interaction with the vendors. And after how they've treated me today, I'm just going to keep it moving and do what I have to do. Because I always tell Brother Rich, and I told Sarnetta, I said, yo, man, we need to buy our own. Buy our own 300 to 500 place where we can do our own stuff, where we never can get kicked out. Never be pushed around and tell us that we can't go up against the wall because some artist is a diva, and it's like a white diva, yes. She's a diva. And she don't want nobody against her art and all that kind of stuff. So all that has, just because of last week, all that has changed because of that. And I respect David and all of the staff here, and that's why I try to accommodate, put everybody in certain places and all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I'm feeling it. I woke up this morning in pain. knowing that I'm going into another direction. And watching young brothers like him, Obocho, and his mother speak yesterday at King Nod 13, it's time to let go and let them take over. It's time. And knowing, reading their birthdays, today is King Nod's birthday, so he wasn't going to be able to make it. He celebrated his birthday in Jersey. Happy birthday to that Scorpion brother. 13, now 14 years of age. Happy birthday to Blue and Red Pill. They're going to be celebrating their birthday this coming Thursday. Give them a round of applause. Happy birthday to A.A. Rashid, who celebrated his birthday November 13th. Yes. Happy birthday to Michael Jai White, who was just in town. Celebrated his birthday. He celebrated his birthday today. He was just in town for a martial arts thing in New York here. So, KT birthday just happened, November the 3rd. Give him a round of applause. And Nawasha's birthday, happy belated birthday to Nawasha. She's one of the beautiful wife of Moncho. She's celebrating her birthday. She just celebrated her birthday November 3rd. So all these great Scorpions going into the Sagittarius energy of Sabi and all the people that I know, my sons and my brothers and all and family members that I know. Baba, yes. Bobby Hemmett, that's right, born November the 28th. Yes, of course. Bruce Lee. Hey, I learned hey, that's the one who introduced me to karate on television, so that was it. But without further ado, before we move on with the rest of our program, I promised this young man, 10 years old, who born the same day as Denzel Washington. Yes, he's a Capricorn. He loves Marvel Universe. He's born the same day as Stan Lee. He's a superhero or hero. And he's 10 years old, about to turn to master number 11. Ooh, and he's been sitting down and meeting with, GoFundMe just celebrated him for being one of the top GoFundMe people, right? Celebration of him, right? They're celebrating him. Yeah, they celebrate. The council members are celebrating this young man. I want y'all to show this brother some love for the first time on my platform. Yesterday, he was on Brother Quasi's platform. And I wish all those vendors would come in here and see this young brother, because this young brother is fire. Matter of fact, vendors, come back in here and see this young brother, man. This young 10-year-old that I'm about to bring up is about to bring some fire to your backside. And he's only going to do it for 5 minutes. But I respect little Jason. How old are you now, Jason? 13 years old, doing photography, takes great pictures. Give him a round of applause. When's your birthday, Jason? September 15th? December 15th? Oh, man, another Sag coming in the building. That's your mother's birthday, that's right. And the 15 in numerology is a powerful, powerful number of not only entertainment, but a number of magnitude and attraction. Like Nipsey Hussle was born on the 15th of August. Nipsey Russell was born on the 15th of September. Those numbers the 15 is a very powerful number. But what the brother that I'm about to bring, this guy's a photographer extraordinaire. He took that picture of me right here at the podium that time, and I used it all over the place, brother. Like I owe you $1 million for that. But that brother there is doing great work, and we got to hand over the gauntlet to these young people, because these young people are doing it well. Doing it well. From Brooklyn. Give a well-deserved round of applause to 10-year-old Obocho Peters!
Hello, everybody. First, I just want to say happy 24th anniversary to King Simon. My name is Obocho Peters, and I am the president and CEO of I Am Obocho, LLC.